Hi guys, welcome again to another episode of Financial Insurance Proficiency. My name is Jane Dishu and thank you very much for choosing to pass by and watch this video. So in today's topic, I'll be discussing about savings and investments. Savings and investment, they are way too different, but they are kind of intertwined. There's a thin line between the two. And what I'll be discussing in this video are only basics of the two, or maybe how to go about it, or the first few things that you should learn about savings and investment. So I have structured this video in form of questions you should ask yourself, or questions that will give us a good framework that will flow to us even getting to that point that we are opening those savings account, or we are starting those investment plans. So the first question is, why am I saving? Why am I even investing? So the why gives you the reason, or the reason of saving, or the reason of investing. Now this question, when you ask yourself why you're saving, you should have goals. The question should be the answer should be goals. Now these are the goals that you should attain, or these are the things that you want to achieve in a particular period of time. So goal setting is also a wide topic. There are many things to learn about goal setting, but a goal should be specific, should be measurable, should be attainable, should be realistic, and should have a timeline. At least you should set a goal that has a timeline that is very realistic and it's very smart, something that will benefit you by the end of the day. Don't just set a goal because it is a goal. Set a goal because it is smart and it will benefit you by the end of the day. So after you set a goal, which might be more than one goals, of course we have so many things to attain: short term, long term, mid term goals. We even have upcoming goals which just come in between the term, and they have to be sorted in one way or the other, or you have to save for, or you have to invest for, in one way or the other. So the other question you should ask yourself: what is the first goal to start with? What should I start with? Now I have a goal. I have like one or two, three goals. Now where should I start? Should I just grab all of them, or how should I arrange them? So you should have a priority list of your goal. So how should I go about a priority list? How should I know the maybe the first goal to start with, the second one, or which is the urgent goal to start with? So you can focus on the period of saving. So if it's a shorter term goal, of course it will be the first in your priority list because time lapses. If it's a long term goal, of course it will be maybe the second or the third, depending on the period of time. Another thing you can consider when you're setting a priority list in your goal is it a need or a want? Is it something that I really need, or is it something I want? So for example, I want a red shoe to attend a wedding next weekend, and then I want a shoe to just be wearing. So what is a need there and a want? Of course, a need is I want a shoe for the wedding, because if I don't buy the shoe, it will inconvenience my wedding. I'll not have a shoe to wear. So that's how you also know another priority. So I'll start with the red shoe for the wedding, and I'll maybe put the other shoe as in the next list because it's not that urgent. I have shoes to wear. I only need this specific shoe because of this and this reason. Another thing you can consider to know the priorities of your goal, or the listing of your goal in a priority order, is the expiry of the goal. So you'll find you have some few goals, but you're working with timeline because maybe they are on offers, or it's something that is running for a particular period of time. Like for example, a travel company has an offer that runs after every 2 years. So it's an offer that comes after every 2 years. So if I miss this opportunity, I'll only travel after other 2 years. And there's a particular shoe that has an offer every 8 months. So I'll start. What will I start with? Of course, I'll not start with the shoe, because if I miss the shoe today, I can buy it next month. If I miss it next month, I can buy the other month, because the offer runs for the same shoe. But for the travel company, if I miss it today, I have to wait for another 2 years. So I'll start with my vacation for that travel company, and then the shoe will come next, because of course it can wait. this is an opportunity that is not lapsing anytime soon. So the other question that you should ask yourself is, where do I get the money, or what is the source of income? So I have my goals. I want a car, I want a shoe, I want a vacation, I want this and this and this. Now, where do I get my or the source of income? So there are a few things that you should focus on your source of income. The first thing is frequency. So frequency is everything. Frequency is, do I receive my money every month? Do I receive my income after every day or every week or every quarter, annually? Is it a tender? Does it run for a particular period of time? So that is the first thing, frequency. Frequency now gives you how you should arrange your goals. So if I'm receiving my money every month, of course, my saving and investment account will have deposits every month. If I'm earning my money daily, of course, my savings and investment will have will be run, or I'll be saving and investing daily. And this is something most people get wrong. If you are a tender person, or if you're a monthly person, or you're weekly, or you are daily person, your savings accounts and investments plans should run in that sequence to avoid you struggling. For example, you'll find a person earns daily. They are supposed to be saving, maybe let's say 10,000 every month, every ed month. So you'll find this person maybe struggling because they only receive their money daily. You'll find another case. So most of the time I advise, make sure that how the frequency or how you receive your money translate to how your savings and investment are run. So your source of income is very important. On the frequency of your source of income is very important, and it help you not feel overwhelmed, and maintain the discipline, and of course have a consistency. So the other thing is consistency. So is my source of income consistent? Is it a stable source of income? So this is another mistake most people do. So in case I win a jackpot today of 1 million Kenya shillings, should I go and invest, or should I go and open a savings account where I'm required maybe to do monthly deposit for the next 10 years? No, of course you should do an investment or a saving somewhere at least you can get a sustainability, because by the end of the day, the 1 million is, the luck is not continuous. You'll not be winning a jackpot like at every year, so at least focus on your consistency. It gives a whole wide range of how much you should invest also, and it also help you to be consistent, and it gives you now a good way to know if this money is for saving or is for investment, and where should I invest and where should I save. The other thing is the available amount minus all your expenses. So what is your disposable income every month or every week or every day? So after I guess everyone have a budget. That is the basics. You have a budget, and now you have a surplus. This surplus is what we are distributing for your savings and for your investment. So you should know the available amount of money that can be committed to sort your goals in your savings account and in your investment account. Now this help you now know the reality of life. Now if I'm saving, maybe I my disposable income every month is like let's say 10,000 Kenya shillings, and my goal requires 15,000 Kenya shillings every month. Of course, I'll know I have a deficit of 5,000 every month. So what happens after you're able to know how much you can afford from your income? At least you're able to know your deficit. And now when you know about your deficit, you're able now to find ways on how to counter your deficit. One, by side hustles. You can look for side hustles to fund your deficit. Or two, you can extend the period of saving. So if I wanted to achieve my goal in 1 month and I can't raise maybe 1,000 or 2,000 every day, but I can raise comfortably 500 every day, so I'll extend that to 2 months so that I can cover up for the deficit. So also having to know that your disposable monthly or your disposable income is very important because it helps you know the deficit and how much you can afford for that particular investment. And now you're open to new opportunities of side hustles, or you can even extend the period of saving and investing. So the other question that you should ask yourself is where to invest now. Where do I save? Where do I invest now? Where should I take my money? You know, so there are so many places you can take your money. There are banks, there are money market, there are savings account, there are chamas, there are stocks, there are circles, there are merry-go-round, there are table banking. There's so many places you can take your money. So where should I invest? Where should I save? My first advice about where you should take your money or where you should save and invest is, first, talk to professionals. Most of the time, professionals are paid, like myself. Of course, if you have to see me for a personal coaching on the savings and investment, of course you'll have to pay me. So what if I can't afford a professional? What if I'm not in a position to pay a financial advisor? What if I'm not able to pay maybe a person to advise me on circles and the same? So what should I do? Also, there's so many materials you can read about circles, so you can research, you can watch materials online, you have even a circle of friends who maybe are using a certain place or investing in a certain place. They can help you. So research is everything. At least do your own research before I even mention maybe some few things you should write down before you research. That is the first thing. Do your homework well before you even choose to invest. And I always say, if you can't explain the product, or if you can't explain an account or something, or an investment option or a saving option, don't go for it. The basics about where you should invest or save your money is, can I explain it to myself? If you can't explain it to yourself, please don't even try. Leave alone all the pressures from financial advisors and salespeople. If you can't explain it to yourself, leave it. So the first thing is the company licensed? So where you want to save and invest, is the company licensed, and are the products also licensed? There's a difference between a company being licensed and a product being licensed. Remember, products are licensed differently from the company. So I can be a registered company. I offer maybe savings option, but my savings option are not licensed. So you should know if the company is licensed and the product you want to, or the product you want to, or the investment and saving options you want to purchase for that matter. The other thing are the requirement. So you'll find someone joined, I'll use an example of a circle. Someone joined a circle and they want a loan, and they don't know if they are guarantors who are needed and such. So you should know the requirements in that company or in that product, or for future services, what is required of you. The other thing is the accessibility. So mostly for short-term goals, you'll need to withdraw your money time to time. So know the accessibility of your money. When can you receive your money? When can't you receive your money? Just know that. Always know and know how accessible is your money. The other thing is flexibility. Flexibility can be in terms of top-ups. Maybe I want to top up my savings. Maybe I want to top up my investment. Is that option there? Maybe I want to reduce my savings or my investment. Is that option there? Know the flexibility. Can I transfer my saving from this account to the other account? Can I do this or this? Can I maybe terminate my accounts or my investment between this period of time? At least know the flexibility that you're given by that certain product or that certain company. The other thing are the returns, interest, or bonuses, depending on where you're investing or you're saving. So if you're focusing on return and interest and bonuses, at least know how much your money will be worth. Put in place of course inflation. At least know will my money be worth anything by the end of that period of time. At least know that by the end of the day. So know how much you're earning from your money, know how consistent, is it a compounded interest, or how am I going to get my bonuses, dividends, and the rest. At least have that and write it down, and know if you're incorporating the same on your goals. Remember that the first thing is the goals. The other things are the tax implications, the legal fee, the transaction cost, management fee. So I have always received this, that there are those small notes which are not written, those small notes in quotes. So know about all the tax implication or the legal fees, the transaction fee, to avoid that you saved for 10 years and you thought you'll receive 2 million, and by the end of the day you end up receiving maybe 500,000 because there is a transaction fee, or there is a management fee, or there is this and this and this and this and this. So know that before you even open that account. Know what is required. Is my money taxed by the end of the period? Do I have to pay for management fee? Do I have to pay for some legal fee to access my money? Know that. The other thing, and the most important thing, and the last thing, is risk aspect. Wow, this is something that it have been trading all over. You put your money somewhere in a pyramid scheme or in a company you don't even know, you didn't research that product, and then you end up losing it. So know the risk aspect. By the end of the day, is my money safe? And at what point can I lose my money? Always know that in these places, there's a percentage of your money that is targeted if you don't maybe liance, or if you don't do a certain thing the way it is supposed to do. So know at what point that you can lose your money, or you risk losing your money. Always make sure that you ask that question of risk aspect. Or maybe if I don't want to withdraw my money in that particular period of time, if I withdraw, do I lose my money? Ask such questions. The other thing, it's not in form of question, but it's a general advice that I always advise. After now you have done that exercise, now you have set your goals. At least you know you have arranged them in priority order. You have known the amount of money that you'll be saving for each goal, and you have been able to identify where you'll be saving, maybe in Sacco, in banks, or in chamas, and the rest of the places. Now the other thing is automation of your savings. So it's, wow, most of us are not disciplined. Money is to be spent, so most of the time you'll find, if that money comes in your M-Pesa or in your bank, most of the time it has a risk. I don't know why people just call you from the blues asking for that your money. I don't know if they sense. So I always say automate your saving, because you have made, of course, a decision that you're sure with. Automation means that your money will be deducted directly from the bank account, or maybe it will be maybe from the employer deduction if you're employed. So if you're self-employed, you can open an account and then set maybe a direct debit, which charges you if it doesn't give find money. So because you don't want to risk maybe being in the CRB, of course you'll make sure that that money is in that account, and it will enhance your saving and investment journey. So automation is everything. It gives you the discipline, and it gives you the consistency by the end of the day. So I would recommend you do the automation. Their standing orders, their bank, their direct debit options, their checkoffs, you can do the same. That gives you the discipline. So by the end of the day, it makes your work easier, because if my income is 50,000 per month, of course, and I'm having a deduction worth 20,000 per month, by the end of the day, I know I'll plan for the 30,000 remaining. And as we always say, start with savings and investment after tithe if you are a tithe paying person. And then the last thing, and the most important thing I'll mention, is a review your savings and investment, and of course your goals. Just sit down. Don't wait until it's December or it's the end of the year and now you have to sit down and write other goals, write the same goals. No, review your goals. So if your goal is running for 1 year, make sure you review it after every month. If your goal is running for 1 month, make sure that you are reviewing it after every day. If a goal is maybe in a week, make sure that you're reviewing it every day. And if maybe your goals are quarterly, you can make sure that you are reviewing them every week, so that you can know your deposit. You can know, did you set a realistic goal? Do you have to scrap that? Do you have to set other goals, or do you have to extend the period of time? So make sure that you have written down all these goals, and at least you review them and know what is the deficit every time. You can use Excel, you can use a notebook, you can write them down, you can use stickers in your house, depending on how you want to do it, but make sure you do a review. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I wish you all a good financial freedom journey. Let us achieve those goals. It's very possible if you commit to do it. And until next time, thank you very much.